Okay, let's unbox this Elgato Key Light Mini. So here is the front and the side, and then the back. It's got some great pictures. And then you can see here, you can put it on a camera, which is cool. And here's where you hang it. So let's just open this up. Looks like there's no tape here, but on the right and on the other side, you have tape. So we need to get that off. So I'm going to take care of that. Okay, so tape is off. Let's open it up, get it out of the box. First, I got to figure out which side is up. So let's take a look. Maybe it's this way. Nope. Let's turn it over. Sorry about that. So inside the box, what do we have? Awesome. So you have this pamphlet, and it gives you plenty of instructions, lots of pages. And in the back, it looks like you have multiple languages. Set that aside. And the box, we'll put that over here. Now, let's go into this part right here. Nice little wrapping. Let's get this out and pull this out. So it's about the size of my hand, and let's open this up here. Try not to break this seal in case I have to reshoot this. There, it's really nice. Kind of shiny in the back. It's got the nice plastic top surface. And we'll look at the side here. You can see a 1/4-inch jack, USB-C power button, and your scroll wheel. And then right here, nothing, but you got the serial number. That'll come in handy. Love the back. Up here, and then you have the battery levels and cellular, or wireless, sorry. That'll light up, let you know if you're hooked up wireless, and then battery. Beautiful little light. I can't wait to try it out. Let's check in here. Break the seal. So you have a seal here, little flap, and inside you have the USB-C cable. Pretty long. Let's see how it is. It's got a little hooked into it. We'll see how that works. Also inside here, you have the famous Elgato little paper packet. And set that aside. Let's organize the desk and take a look closer at this light. And then we'll get it hooked up. We'll be right back. Okay, I've got a cable. Let's get it plugged in here and back in front so you can see it. There you go. You have an angled cable you can see right here. And then the battery is levels, or it's being charged right now. And then right here is where you'll see it go wireless. So you'll be able to hook up in the software. So we'll check that out. USB, power button. I'll hold that down and the light should come on. There you go. And then this is the little toggle wheel. Not sure exactly how that works, but I'm sure you can change the brightness as well as the color temperature. So we will look in the manual for how that works. Okay. Overall, I'm really impressed. It's a nice light. Feels good. And it's got great diffusion. I just need to figure out how to get it hooked up. So let's walk through that and figure out how to use the toggle switch as well. Okay, a simple pull of this lever forward towards the front panel gives you the ability to control. This is the brightness mode. So you go dimmer, and I'm going to pull it forward again till it clicks. It flashes 3 times, and now I can just simply change color temperature from warm to very bright. So that's how that works. It's a little persnickety, but it does work, and I've been able to get it to work and then off. Okay, so after you get the control software downloaded, you can open it up right here. You usually can find it right down here in the PC, in the panel down here. So I just click on it, open it up. Now, I have the Key Light Mini on my desk. We're going to turn it on. So let's lift it up and hit the on button. You can see the light's on. Set that down, and it's now got a little blue light blinking, and so we should be able to find it now. So we're going to hit the plus button right here. We're going to search for it. There it is. So there is the Elgato Key Light Mini. It's got a model number there. We're going to hit connect. It's going to ask me for a password. You can actually see your password. That's my network. So you're going to choose your network here, type in your password, hit connect. And it should just take a few seconds here. And then we should see it populate right here with the other lights that I have. And there it goes. It has populated. So now you can see that I have the Mini on my desk and the light is on. Let's try to turn it off. Let's go finished. Give it a second. Let's try to change the color temperature. There we go. We're changing the color temperature. How about the brightness? There goes the brightness. And we can turn it off and on again. So now we're going to set up the Stream Deck. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. We are going to now set up a page in the Stream Deck. And you can see I have a blank page here. You can create pages right up here in the software. Where it says Key Light Mini, you would just go down here and set new profile. You could name that like I did, Key Light Mini, and then you get a blank page. Now you need to decide what buttons you want to create on that page. So we're going to want to create Elgato light buttons. So you want to find that app. You can see I have it opened, but if you don't have it on your computer yet or inside your Stream Deck software, you want to make sure you download the control software. And when you have the control software, it looks like this. And that will let you control the lights. I also have it downloaded on my iPad. You can download it on your Mac or PC and even your phones. So you can use it. So you want to find that software. You click on this little link right here. And then you got to click on plugins. And once you get into plugins, then you want to search for control. And there it is. I'm not going to install it, but I could uninstall it right now from this list. So once you have it installed, you can close it. And now you're going to want to find it over here. So here's a list of all of my plugins. If I want to find the Elgato control software for the lights, I would just type in control again. And anything named control is going to pop up. And so here I have the control center. Now I want to drag in a on button. And we're going to drag in another button. We're going to make that an off button. Now, this is an important step because if you have multiple lights, you're going to have a default light. And right now, the default light is the Key Light Aire. It's on the top of the list. You can see it even on my app. So it defaults to that. We're going to want to choose the Elgato Key Light Mini, and you can name your light once you get it hooked up. And then I want to click on the first button here and do the same thing. Click on the Key Light Mini. So now I have two on buttons. On the bottom here, you can see that you have the ability to make it an on button or off button. So we'll make the first one a on button and the second one an off button. Now I don't need to name those, but just for the tutorial, we'll name this off. And we'll go back and we'll name this one on. And if you hit enter, it will pop it up on top of the button. Let's do that again. Off. Now I have OBS open. I'm actually using an Elgato app so I can streamcast my phone. And we have our two buttons right here, on and off. So we'll turn the little Mini off. And we'll turn it back on again. Off and on again. And you can see that in the picture below me one more time. Off and back on again. And we will bring in over a set brightness. So let's say that you have a live stream and you just want your lights set up the same way every time. So let's just assume that we want this to be a hair light and we want it pretty bright. First of all, we want to choose the right light here and the Mini. And then we want to bring this over. And let's say we're going to set this at 80% brightness. And we're going to drag in a couple more things. You want to adjust the brightness. This lets us adjust it up and down. So we'll grab 2 of those. We'll make the first one go up. We're going to go in 20% increments, and we're going to make the set button go down. And again, we cannot forget what light we want it to be set at. So we're going to go back down here and choose the mini. And we're going to click on this button, and we're going to go down here and choose the mini. And then this one, we're going to go to the positive 20%. Or let's see, negative 20%. There we go. So this should be negative now, and the other one should be positive. We'll just double check those. That's positive, that's negative. And so I can also just say plus 20. There we go. So those buttons are done now. They both say key light mini. Key light mini. Let's make sure this 80% one says key light mini. So again, 81%. We're going to go down in brightness. See it going down. And now we're going to go up in brightness. And just to see that pad working, we'll go back to the OBS view. Again, off, on. Want to go 80% brightness. Then we're going to go up to max with the up 20% button. And now we're going to go down increments of 20%. And that light is slowly going down and down and down. So we created those buttons. Let's do one more set of buttons here. Let's bring in the set temperature. So we can set the color temperature, and it's at 47 Kelvin right now. And let's make 2 colors here. We'll do a 47, and then we're going to go over here, and we'll make something very white. Again, we have to set these for the right light, and we're going to make this one very cool. Take it all the way up to 7,000 Kelvin, and then we need to set this to be the mini. Okay, so now you have the light on the desk, and now I can go back to this other view, and now I'm going to go to the Kelvin temperature, and I'm going to go to the very, very cool 7,000 Kelvin. So now I can bring the light up and down after I've done that. That's down. This is up. And then we can change those temperatures from Kelvin to very, very cold. So those are pretty much the buttons. There's not a lot of button choices, as you can see over here. So if we did want to make a temperature adjustment, we could drop that button in here, choose the mini light, and then we could decide if we want to go up 10 degrees Kelvin or down 10 degrees. We'll just jump up hundreds of Kelvin. And so we will now adjust the Kelvin temperature. Right. And so this is adjusting the Kelvin temperature. And you can take that up and down. You can take the brightness up and down. You can group the lights so you have them all come on with the group button. You would do that in other plugins inside the Stream Deck software. But the good news is you have the ability to control those lights, and you can control them right inside of the Elgato software. So I'm going to come back and say a few words about comparison of these lights and the brightness, and we'll be right back. Well, let's wrap this up by comparing 3 lights by Elgato. You have the Key Light Aire, and the Key Light Mini. So the Mini actually has a battery where these lights are powered from wall outlets, and you have adapters from different countries. This is powered by USB-C, and the battery can be bypassed in the control software right there in your studio. So you want to save the battery's life, how long it's going to last over time, not how long the battery will stay charged. Then you can bypass that and use this right in your studio with a mount. You could get these mounts from Elgato, including this side mount from Elgato, also the Flex kit, which I have here at an angle so you can see it. Or you can get another mount, but it does have a 1/4-inch mount, and it would work as a key light if you decided to use it that way. You could pop it off, adapt it to your camera, put it on top of your camera's shoe, and then use it as a light out there.
mobily because it does have a battery built in. You can use the magnet and stick it on something, which is another great feature, and it's a pretty good soft light. You can see that this has got the same diffusion as well as the Aire, and this has that same diffusion built into it with the side firing LED technology. And what that means is you have LED lights wrapping all the way around, firing into the diffusion, and I think that's what makes these lights very, very soft. Obviously, a soft light is the bigger the surface. I have soft boxes right now, and they have wide surfaces. So the bigger the surface, the softer the light, but you do need diffusion to keep those LEDs from firing right at you. So at 800 lumens, this is a very good light. Let's compare it at 50%. They're all on 50% right now, and you could get 4 hours, Elgato says, if you keep this light at 50%. Let's fire them up to full brightness and see how they compare. So there you go. There's 100% brightness. I can turn them on and off from the app. So there goes the key light. Here goes the Aire, and finally the Mini. So this app will let me turn them on and off. And if you remember, we made buttons in the Stream Deck. So I can turn that Mini light back on. I can click 81% and take it right up to 81%. I can change the color temperature to 4700 Kelvin or up to 7000 Kelvin. And remember, it goes from 2900 Kelvin all the way up to 7000 Kelvin. I can bring that light again up incrementally by just pushing the button on the Stream Deck and bring it up to full brightness eventually. And I can then go off, back on again, bring it up to 81%. And again, you can set the Kelvin temperature, obviously in here too. There's other things you can do with your Stream Deck, but we've demoed how you can fire that thing up. We've unboxed it, we've set it up, we've used it to create a small page of buttons on the Stream Deck. We're also able to control the light from the app. So make sure that you check out the Elgato key light Aire. It's again up to 800 lumens, very cool light, soft light, or even very warm light if that's what you want, because it's a bicolor light. And with the side firing LEDs, I think it's a great solution for possibly using remotely or using inside your studio. And you can see now how it compares to these other lights. Well, my final thoughts are this. I'm glad I invested my own money in this Key Light Mini. I think it's a great addition to the Elgato lineup with the Stream Deck and the ability to control it with my other lights. I have the key light on me right now, and I don't have a fill light. I like this look. I may stick with it. This may end up being a hair light right above my head. We'll see in my next live video. I hope you'll join me on Tuesdays for our lives and the live post show. We love to share things like this, and we'll be talking about this light this next week in the live. My name is Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.